Hello and welcome back to Songs of SYX, to Bugtopia, in V.67, which I never say. We are in V.67, and I feel like I neglect to mention that this game was started at the beginning of V.67's initial run. So the beta, when I loaded it, has all of the same flaws and problems that it had started with prior. So I wanted to note that because we still have our 6 bandits on the run here, these dangerous bastards, with roughly only 50 or so guys, but extremely well trained and heavily equipped guys. So, in my other test cities, in my other cities I've been playing with songs in V.67, that does not exist. All of the bandits have been solved, all of the bandit problems have been pretty much put to rest, at least for the cities that I have tested. And maybe it could be the area I'm in, I have no clue. But we have to contend with these guys. We also have a very short amount of income and technology. So you may be wondering, why is it taking you so goddamn long to upload videos on this game when you used to upload every single damn day? Well, I assure you it's for the greater good. I have been just trying to put more time and effort towards other cities in this game, playing other games, doing more work in my current life. And I know I talk about it almost every episode in this series, but I just want to reaffirm people that I'm not going anywhere. I'm just taking a little bit more time in between each episode to upload, as the algorithm seems to favor it. People seem to like it. Seems like after you post a video, you got a whole day to wait before it actually hits the people you want it to hit, even if they're your audience and they've been following you for a while. So, with all of that dumbass nonsense out of the way, I want to get into what we're going to do today. As I mentioned, we still have our boys training. We've got 52 conscripts, and we should have this group here training up to be 100% melee training, and we're going to have them equipped fully with arms and armor. Obviously, we do not have that, so how are we going to alleviate that? We're going to start building it, and we have organized the Garthamis. The Garthamis are no longer happy with their unorganized life, and they got a new ruler, new queen. They kicked her out, and here we are. We're going to be doing some really awesome stuff with these guys, hopefully. But I do want to note another thing, something that I didn't notice prior in my other recordings because it didn't seem like I should. If you go to technology right now, and I don't know, I hope Jake changes this, I don't know if he plans to. They currently cost 2,250 technology for each upgrade of the iron variant for the mines. All of them, and then you have these two as well. So I have no clue what kind of crystal opiate meth that Jake was smoking when he thought that it would be a good idea to raise that across the board. And for all of them, the same rate. So, like, if you're doing clay, for example, it's going to be 2,250. And to bring that into a little bit of perspective, it's 5,000 for advanced laboratory, 8,000 for the library, 4,200 for university, as well as including the school. So that's 3,000 for the university, 1,200 for the schooling, and 400 for paper making bonuses and other things. So if you go down this route, you're basically wasting technology, and it's really only for late game, which is slightly confusing, as by late game you will literally have regions sending you thousands and thousands of ore, and you'll never be able to process all of that ore and things that you're getting into your city. So, for example, if I go into my map here, Udric has been funneling me cotton and this, so we can turn it off, but it appears we are missing a 4k denarii amount, so I can't actually do that yet. But when I have 4k denarii, I can turn that back on to harvest ore, and they will send me ore by the boatload, and I won't need to worry, and I could simply just purchase cotton. I wouldn't need to import it from them. So I don't know, I wanted to bring that up as something that I personally have a huge problem with. I don't think that that is actually any way intelligent, considering the vast majority of the other technologies are about the same. And that one, like, I guess now that I'm looking at the farming, it puts it a little perspective for, like, especially these ones. But even then, it's still quite a huge sum of technology. If you were to be the bug people and you wanted to do a stone mine upgrade, good luck. You're gonna need a lot of humans, or in the case of just doing a straight bug city, you'll need thousands of bugs simply just doing this. Just working in a laboratory all day long, miserable. So that is just not something I want to do. Anyways, tangent aside, I hardly gripe in this game, but I did want to bring that thing up to mention, because it is trash. Very, very strong trash. But with this episode, we're going to try to get our smithies going. We're going to start building some new areas over here. We're going to start to expand it. We've got this nice graveyard that'll have to move somewhere else. And it looks like this food stall as well. So I'm gonna remove the remnants of the old city, and I'm gonna build portions of the new city here. And I also wanted to do something too, because this has been driving me mad. It's driving me mad. It's supposed to be tucked into the mountain like this. So we'll do that. Something like that. So that way it looks like it fits in the mountain. And we're going to continue digging out here, filling out here, and so on and so forth. So I will see you guys in a minute when I get that all done. And obviously I'm going to have my little thing in between. And I also just want to mention one more thing before I go, is thank you all to who've been watching me, especially on the new Foxhole video. Try not to talk about it too much, but it's awesome to see these numbers get back up there after they dropped so long. So thank you all. Enjoy. Alright, brothers, we have our opportunity to prove ourselves. 460 guys against 55. It says paying the sum is a safe bet. We're going to decline the offer here. We're going to see what we can do. Our guys are going to go in pretty much unequipped. And it's going to be a slaughter on our half. But hopefully with our numbers we'll win. Alright, here we are. We've got our 460 Garthimes. We've got our 30 tough Superboys on the sides here. I think this group's not going to be as strong as the left group. So our left group is a lot stronger. They have barely any equipment, but if we were to kill these guys, we're going to obtain a ton of equipment. They are very well trained. So the objective here is we're going to send our mass at them, but we're not going to lose cohesion whatsoever. We need to keep the cohesion. And as we envelop them, we will start to use our better troops to get on the backside. You can see there's not very many of them, so obviously we're going to be in a interesting battle here. Very interesting battle. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully our initial momentum will knock them over and therefore give us a really good lead here. Alright, let's do this. They come in for their charge. Take them down, brothers. Alright, slow the roll. We get these guys to line up here. We get this group to line up here. It looks like one of our stronger groups made it into the front there. That's fine. Did you not get that message there? We told you to go here. Looks like the enemy are fleeing. Surround them and kill them all. Yes, our numbers the Garthimi Horde. Mind you, these are not supposed to be normal raiders here. So we just beat up some pretty tough guys. And he's been harassing me for a long time. Ooh, that feels good. In quick succession, we ended their lives. Alright, the enemy is beaten, rejoice, spoils, and captives from the field. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set this one here. We're going to turn everyone else to be enslaved. We're gonna make some slaves here. And then I want to check. It looks like we did not lose a single person. Amazing, amazing. I love that. The once mighty Salakin Lector lies dead at your feet, O mighty one. This will surely send a powerful message throughout all of SYX. In addition, his personal treasury has been found. Oh! 64,000 denarii, and he's been transporting... He transported that back to us. Amazing. So, we have the opportunity here to potentially start hunting down and killing other raiders in the region. So it looks like... No, I don't think you can actually physically find them. I think they just will come and get you. It says RIP. Rest in peace, Salakin Lector, you bastard. You son of a bitch. He was fucking me up for a while, but to be honest, I could have probably beat him a little while ago, but you give him like 14 furniture and 20 fucking leather and he'll leave you alone, so it's really not worth potentially sending guys who may die. He's really not asking for much, so I did find it worthwhile to just give it to him for a while. But now we're back on track, we're back on top, and we are going to continue our destruction. We need to continue building some more smithy areas. Got a little smithy going, and I got some stuff going for the hospital over here. So I'll see you guys when I get there. Alright, here we are, back again at the capital, and we've done quite a lot of advancement, and it feels like I haven't really done much, but I have. So we beat Ranziel, and we beat Salakin Lector, and we've still got 3 other random bandits hanging out and doing their thing, but we are building our army. We have got 2 new groups of 100 training to get their 100 or to 40% melee for 100 guys each. We'll have 600 of those guys, and then we'll have roughly 60 of these guys, so 660 troops. Currently trying to get up to 800 population for Garthimi. We went and actually upgraded Udric, which is what I spent most of the time doing. And you can see we have a ton of different buildings here, and a lot of people may be questioning why I have these 3 specifically. Opiates, simply because I can't grow them effectively and I don't want to. So we have that, we have a grain farm, and we also have this cotton farm. These 3 items here are going to be supplying us with basic stuff. The grain is going to be turned into bread, and then we'll turn that bread into rations, in which we'll sell those and make extra money. We're going to get a bunch of Cretonians to start doing that work for us. We also kept our regular fishery 1. We got the ore mine 1, which has literally shot our stuff back up to like thousands of ore. And we have the Balti Crawler Breeder 3, which In my personal opinion, for what it's presenting, it's still really negligible. I know it's not a good area for it, but the prospect is still a little better than average, and you're only getting about 93 meat per intake. So kind of sucks, especially being the Balti Crawler 3. I could probably get the Fishery 3 and have thousands and thousands of fish coming in. And honestly, you know what? I think as I think about that, I could do it and just have it like this. Or apparently not. Oh, we need 7k denarii. Well, that's fine. We'll keep it like that. Some of these buildings are very expensive, and money is pretty hard to come by for me, at least in this point in the game. I do have a way to get money. I can sell a lot of the things I have. And you can notice, one of the things I'm the most proud of here is we've got actual resources. And this is something I try to keep going for my city. Obviously, these are low, but for a Garthimi city, having extra clothes and random things like furniture and ore and stuff like that, it feels good. It feels good because usually when you're Garthimi, you're scraping by. And with these intakes of the grain, we're going to start to actually get bread, and then we'll feed all of our slaves bread specifically so that we can keep all of the fish for just Garthimis. The meat will go to babies. I have to start the new baby breeding area, so we took out all of this area here so that I could kind of organize it better. I'm going to keep moving over this way and probably editing these Balti Crawler breeders. Now that we're almost at 800 population, we'll also get the final tier of the Balti Crawler technology, which should be right here. So this will allow us to get the max potential out of the Balti Crawlers, and it's pretty cheap, especially because it's Garthimi based. So we will have that, and I will probably adjust the Balti Crawler breeders to be over here, somewhere like that, so they look good. I want them to look good. I know I had initially settled on this idea, but I kind of have this idea that I want to maximize efficiency and space by using the round mechanics, but also kind of tightly packing them. So you can see, what do we have, 180 guys in here? So there's 20, 40, so it's 140. Still, a lot of guys, and then together there's 280 who could live in this area, tightly packed, plus the other group of guys here. We went up here and I built the training ground. I also built the frame of some more training grounds. The only reason why I didn't was because I needed the iron or the metal to build the new paper maker. The new paper maker fit for 32 people. I thought it was 32, 30 people. These guys are going to be making tons and tons of paper, which I will sell excess if I ever hit that cap. I don't believe I will. Currently have them carrying it over here, so we're going to have to get them a warehouse all the way over here. And then they have the administration building. 20 people work here, but there's room for a lot more, obviously. And we have the laboratory. I went and built another laboratory over here to match it. Got our new food stall, and then I put a little janitor in here as well. So for the most part, we're doing pretty good. I had to go and build the iron mine, or the ore mine, because we actually ran out of ore. And our guys were just sitting in the smelter doing nothing. But now that we've got that going, I can actually probably pop all those people back in the smelter. And then the excess people, we might build a bigger coal mine. Send them over there and get them working. So, with this region, we also added a hospital. And I also added the physician building. I'm currently finalizing the physician building. I have tools being allocated to 2 different facilities. We have tools going to laboratories, and we have tools going to administration buildings. So once these guys get enough spare tools, they'll send some over here, finish the physician. I find that health is extremely challenging in this current build, where you have at least 30 to 50 people sick at all times, and if a corpse sits on the ground for more than like 15 seconds, they start to freak out and have like serious health issues. You can see it's at literally half. We're at half of our health. So there's people just constantly getting sick, constantly epidemics. Even the submission seems to be low. I don't know. It seems like Jake has been convinced to make Songs of SYX hard mode a real thing, and I personally have had a very easy time, but I can distinguish what's going to hurt me as a veteran player, what's going to hurt new players. As it stands, I think that V.67, especially in this version of it, like the earlier version, is really impossible for new players. I have been playing it a little bit on the side with new cities, with all the updates that have hit V.67, but for the most part, everything still seems to hold the same, with health being an extremely big issue, as well as submission, where people just don't want to be in a submissive state. And I do understand that I have humans. Technically, I have 110 humans and 13 Dundarians. The Dundarians are probably adding a huge portion of that problem. But in reality, we have 476 army and we have 770 Garthamis, which is, for every one slave, we have 7 Garthamis. I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe we need 10. I have no clue. But irregardless, our city is doing great. There's always at least this entire building full of people just getting taken care of in the hospital. So one of the main concerns is to actually get health online. And if we're not going to get health working, we're going to start killing people. We're going to get these guys dead before they actually get sick. And by that, I mean I'm literally going to put them in mines and things that will cause accidents, so they die, and then I can put them in the cannibal, and we will turn their dead corpses into food. Another thing I want to mention before I wrap this video up, because it's getting a little bit long, is this little bit here. You notice that there's some degradation. It seems that there's an invisible original road that goes through your city, this yellow line here. And it seems like wherever that yellow bit is, because I for a while thought was, I don't have enough janitors, but as you look around, all of the spaces around are good. It's just this portion where the original road comes in. So I'm not quite sure if Jake wanted us to keep that original stinky road and I deleted it and now it's degrading underneath because of that, or what. But if you do see that, it's just because of the road. I'm going to ignore it visually, as it's not really implemented into the city that correctly. But if you are questioning that, that is the case. So, with all that being said, we are on our track to get to the next stage of this city. We've basically just got a little bit more to get the Argonash in here. So you can see I've got 36 Schmalorism, and I have 14.9 days of food. So we need to just get 20 days and 60% on that Schmalorism. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to put the next amount of humans I can in there, and I'm going to get, or in the laboratories, and I'm going to get this grand temple. Or more than likely, I'll probably get a advanced laboratory or library, so that we can actually get some better technology going, so that we don't start having to build tons and tons of laboratories and have tons and tons of humans. But I think once I get my baby breeding going, and we can keep our population from eating all of our meat, we will actually be able to see some real growth in the city. It feels like we've been stagnated in the 500, 700 mark for quite some time. So I'd really like to get past that. All being said, though, if it starts to become a slog fest and I'm just constantly getting beaten back by like 350 people being sick at 1200, I will likely start the next series, which I have been planning for quite some time. It is going to be a very bombastic series. I'm very excited for it, but I do not want to let you guys down, as I've been doing this series, trying to get to 10 episodes, but it's definitely probably not going to make it that far. My main goal is to get an Argonash, or a couple Argonash in the city, because that was the initial goal. So hopefully we can. With all that being said, though, I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.